Howdy, howdy ho. I hope my satire getup doesn't detract from having a little more serious of a conversation, but then again that might actually prove my point about the judgment skills of gamers. Yes, I put gamers in quotes because I know what I'm about to say doesn't apply to all of them. That's because my attempts at this channel are specifically to try to appeal to the good ones, the ones that play games and not systems. I have good family here, even if I'm a small failure of a channel. So last Tuesday, AOC, that's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez if you don't know, made the political move to ask if anyone wanted to play Among Us with her. Now before I get into the title of this video, let me say I do understand where you're coming from, AOC. I get it. An untapped youth demographic, and I give you credit for having the cojones because I don't think any political figure before has tried to tap into the gaming community. But therein lies where this is a bad idea. Gamers are generally a terrible bunch to encourage to vote, and I can easily tell you why. They can't even get along over a piece of plastic. If you go to the PlayStation channel, a lot of the most popular comments are "Rest in peace Xbox" and "Xbox has no exclusives." Nowhere on planet Earth does defending a piece of plastic that plays video games make you a winner. And yet it's one of the most popular comments to make. And I do commend Microsoft for trying to encourage its fan base to ignore this drivel, but Xbox fans aren't actually much better. They just know they're in third place, so their gripes about Sony's fails are under their breath grumble about terrible party/voice chat, and now privacy concerns or that Nintendo's graphics suck. And then to make matters worse, you picked Twitch as your platform. A lot of the most popular streamers are girls with tons of makeup on, and while Twitch has cracked down on it, a lot of them are or were boob streamers showing lots of cleavage. And it worked. I got no problem with it because at the end of the day, it pays the bills and then some. But what it means to you is that the crowd you're trying to encourage to vote gravitates towards cute girls and boobs. It means you're going for a male-dominated demographic that is easily swayed by a cute face and good cleavage. And I like boobs, I'm a boob man, but the nicest pair will never cloud my judgment. Still not understanding what I'm putting down? Belle Delphine, a college player, sold her bathwater. And it sold. A lot. Bathwater. Are you sure you want bathwater buying Ricky Bobby Slayer 69XX getting into politics and voting? Yeah, I'm not sure their judgment is up to par. And that leads into what makes them bad voters. You want to be a good voter? You have to have respect for the opposition. You have to read the propositions. You have to learn about your electors. There is so much more to voting than just picking between Biden and Trump. You have to make level-headed decisions, not swayed by thinking with your penis. And these gamers can barely understand how to pick a piece of plastic, and when they do, they attack the other side. And even when you look into the individual gaming communities, all you had to ask was if anyone wanted to play Smash Brothers and you would have had a funeral on your hands. They can't even respect each other over the video games, let alone the systems they play them on. Do you have any idea what Call of Duty communities are like? To add insult to injury, a lot of developers listen to community feedback. Gamers are often the loudest ones, and when they listen to them, you always get a game that tries so hard to balance everything that you start to recognize that the issue is not the game, but the gamers. The loudest voices are often the most impossible to please. This is too OP, nerf that, all for personal preference. Gamers have consistently proven they are highly biased, complain about adversity, and hate any changes that work against what they want or what they're used to. This means as a voter they will look at a ballot and make uninformed decisions based on how they feel or what offends them or what doesn't. They will not use the core logic of whether the choice has a greater benefit on the whole or even why the change is being proposed. They're not going to make good voting decisions because they're going to vote whatever they think they should. And this think is not coming from a place of logic and calm demeanor. It is coming from a place of bias and ego. In closing, I think bringing politics into gaming is only going to further divide the community. It's bad enough they're already separated by video games and consoles. If we start adding politics into the mix, we are going to have way more divisiveness without the necessary respect. And then you'll have channels voting in fear of alienating their fan base, choosing what gets them more subs rather than what matches their own choices. AOC, these are not the droids you are looking for. Well, that's it for today, folks. I'll see you next time on the Gaming 5.